What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Midwest 2 Review here, back again. I was in my shop and I was thinking about content and what I need to do in order to get some more content rolling. And I'm a bit of a procrastinator. I don't know if you guys are, but in many ways I am. I'm self-admittedly, I procrastinate. So that being said, I'm trying to develop some content for the future content. And as a result of that, I thought, okay, what is it that I would like to review? And I'm gonna let you guys tell me what you want me to review. And this review is not gonna necessarily be just talking about it, but actually using the tool and kind of give you my feedback on it. So I'm just trying to do a little more interactive videos so that you guys can be more engaged as well. So let's talk about it. So one of the things I got a while back was this torque screwdriver from Ulsa Tools. So here's the tool here. I don't really want to try to unpackage it until we actually do a full review, but there's your part number. So it's a torque screwdriver set made in Taiwan. It's a really nice set. It's really quality in terms of how it feels. It's got good weight to it. I played around with it, but I've never actually really used it before. It goes all the way up from 10 to 50 inch-pounds. This is a great tool for electricians, but also I've used it trying to rebuild ratchets, because a lot of snap-on ratchets, especially the older ones, they have torque specs, believe it or not, for the screws in the head. I think it's like 8 inch-pounds or something like that. And in older ratchets, when you're rebuilding them, you'll find that if you over tighten those screws, it will actually prevent the ratchet from ratcheting. So not necessarily, you can do it all by hand. You don't require a torque wrench in order to make it happen, but it's just a way to kind of show the tool in action and take some use to it. Obviously, if you're working with anything that's gentle, delicate parts, plastic, things of that nature, or that have torque specs associated with it, this would be your tool that you want to get. So that's something that I need to review. Another Ulsa Tools product, which I've used these on my OBS Chevy, are these extractor wrenches. These are courtesy of Ulsa Tools. I got these a little while back. I played around with them. They are not cool on brake bleeder screws. They will eat the hell out of a brake bleeder screw. But in general, they are really good wrenches. You can see there we got a little bit of wear and use on that guy here. This is a number 10 and number 11. But that being said, this is a great set to have, especially if you have hard to reach areas combined with rusty Midwest screws, which is where I live at. Obviously, hence the name of my channel. We get a variety of different conditions of cars and whatnot when trying to replace parts. So you have to have some type of extraction tool in your arsenal. So we're going to review those as well, kind of set these things off to the side. The next thing is these Capri double box end wrenches. These are awesome. Absolutely. I'm telling you guys, Capri is an understated company. And what I mean by that is that their quality is almost in line with your professional brands. I'm not even kidding. I wish I could say, no, I don't even want to say it that way. I wish it wasn't true for the American-made tool manufacturers, American companies, because you obviously, we're American. We want our brand to do the best if you're patriotic, but you have to recognize game. And the game is that Capri they make hell of a tools. I mean, I don't know very much that they make that is poor quality. Everything that they do seems to be done to perfection in terms of how well they machine the part, how they chrome it, how they design it. These double box end wrenches, not only are they just simply sexy to look at, but they're well made. And I've been playing with these off and on. I had a perfect opportunity to use these jokers like a weekend ago, and I forgot them at home and did not bring them. So we have to get these out in the field, because these double box end wrenches are something that you have to have room to use them, meaning that you wouldn't go for a double box end wrench just for where a traditional wrench would be used. You have to have space in order to really take use to it. So Working in your driveway is not necessarily always the best conditions for using a wrench like this, unless you're removing like an alternator or something like that when you have a long stroke, a long reach. But I have to get some more time on these jokers here. But Capri tools, guys, I don't care what you buy, whether it be a hex socket or a Torx socket or a socket or a ratchet. They make really good tools for the price point. And they're not cheap, they're not super expensive, but man, their quality is not in line with their price, put it that way. And what I mean by that is the quality that you get from Capri does not represent the price that they're asking. They ask, in my mind, they could be asking a little bit more and could get away with doing so. Gear wrench. This is 8-piece master sensor socket set. I have a little small GMC Canyon, and I think that the code that we got back in the past suggested that one of the O2 sensors was bad or fouling out or something like that. So I think even if they're not, it'd be a great opportunity to go ahead and replace them because it is an older truck with a lot of miles. I think it's got 247,000 miles on it. So it may not be a bad idea to go ahead and replace it. But I got this sensor socket kit and I've never used it. I picked it up because it was a great deal, Amazon buy. I'm telling you guys, if you're not on Amazon, you need to be checking them out. They do have good deals. You just have to be very careful with what you buy, knowing that, you buy things that you know that you can either return or you can have replaced or you can somehow get a warranty on them because you don't want to be stuck with a broken tool. So I grabbed these because I figured if I needed to, I could find somewhere that sells gear wrench and potentially get these warrantied out. Otherwise, I heard gear wrench warranty program sucks. So you guys tell me. You guys may have saw my video that I just released for these slip joint pliers, 3-position slip joint pliers. These are the ones that have the serrations in them, good gripping power, have a cutting feature in them. So pulling, gripping, tightening, they're kind of a do-it-all type plier. And then they have the 3 different positions that you can adjust the pliers to. So there's your part number. Got to get those guys, use those. I almost bought those to put into my salvage yard bin, but believe it or not, because I think that's where they would probably see the majority of their use. Then the pocket pry bars, right? We got all these, everyone's talking about pocket pry bars. Everybody loves pocket pry bars. I've never used a pocket pry bar yet. I've got a ton of pry bars of various sizes, and I have not pulled these out. They're kind of one of those things, you need it, you need it. You don't necessarily need to have used to it all the time. Some people may argue differently, but I got to get some use on them. I got to get a little bit of time on them. Because there are, Snap-on is different than Matco. Matco is different than Mac. Mac is different than someone else. So, and I've got all the brands, so I can pretty much compare all the brands to one another and see how they kind of fare out. The next thing is this Matco Infinium series 16-volt half-inch drive impact gun. I've been using this gun. I tell you, it's got a lot of power for what it is, man. Really nice gun. Let's see here. What does it say the specs are on it? 310 breakaway, 220 max torque, 3,100 impacts per minute. So a decent little gun. See, salvage yard, okay, in the Midwest, and I'm going off on a tangent, I apologize, but in the Midwest, you need to think about, so impact guns in the West Coast at warmer climates, something like 310 foot-pounds or whatever is fine. But when you're in the Midwest, you have to deal with bolts that are seized and you have that are rusted. And so showing up to the salvage yard with something like this, I would be hard pressed to take this type of a gun to a salvage yard because more than likely the bolts are going to be really hard to get off. And in many cases, I have a multitude of different guns. I have the mid torques, I have the 1400 high torque, I have the CT 761s. I got a lot of different guns, and there's been cases where even the mid torque has struggled to get things off. Pretty much nothing stops the high torque, but the mid torque can every once in a while get overwhelmed. And so 310 foot-pounds, and that's a 650 foot-pound gun, I believe it is. This is only 310. So I'd be hard-pressed to take this anywhere outside of my own personal shop because I would hate to be in a situation where I needed this to come through and it didn't. But it is pretty good for what it is. I won't knock it any further than that. It is a pretty decent gun. So got that for $100. I forget what I paid for it. It was less than 130 bucks. I know that. Off of Facebook Marketplace, brand new gun, 2 batteries and a charger. Absolutely stupid deal. I got this. This is a Boroscope. I'm trying to think of the name of the company there. It's Francisco, I think it is. Got this Boroscope. I've been using it. I actually was able to do some cylinder inspections on my BMW, of which looked really good for the number of miles I got in that car. But yeah, this is a nice little cheap Amazon purchase Boroscope. I think it's less than like 75 bucks on there, and it's pretty decent image quality. So the pixels are fairly decent, fairly clear image. But we're going to do a review of that, and if you're in the market for a Boroscope, I'll let you decide if you like it or not. One thing I'm going to try to make sure I'm doing, I'm not going to persuade you guys to buy anything except Capri tools. I want you to go out and buy Capri tools because I want you to prove me wrong that they're not like really good tools for the money. But I'm going to try to just let you decide on your own. It's one thing of being a creator and an influencer. I don't really consider myself an influencer because I don't want to tell you how to spend your money. You spend it however the hell you feel like you want to spend it. But I will kind of tell you what I think about certain tools, and then you can make your own judgment call from there. I'm not in your pocket. I'm not in your wallet. So I can't tell you how to spend your money. The last thing here is this Top Done. I think I've heard people talk about Top Done before. I'm not 100% certain of that. But this Top Done battery tester. Battery tester meter. Where the hell is the box at? I don't know. I think I have the placard here. There's a little bit of information about it, including the part number. So I played around with it. It has a book here that it comes with, which is well written. Typically, when you buy things that are offshore manufactured, the language is hard as hell to follow. But they did a good job in proper interpretation and translation. So didn't have any issues with that, and I played around with it on multiple vehicles, and it worked great. So I have no complaints about this tool. I already have a Blue Point Snap-on version here, but it's antiquated, so I wanted something that was digital. So I picked this guy up, so I'll let you guys make a call on whether or not you like it or not. So, but those are some tools that I have that I haven't done reviews on. Now, I do have a plethora of other tools in here as well, and yes, I did say plethora. I have, let me see here. What do I have? This set from Matco, the 1/4" drive set, just a regular 1/4" drive set, but I've never used Matco tools before, so it would be nice to go ahead and see how they fare out. Looks like my boxes are getting crushed over here, which sucks. But I have the Matco vice grip pliers. I have the Knipex vice grip pliers. Gotta test those guys out, see how they fare out compared to the traditional Peterson DeWitt ones. I have other sets in here. I've got sets that are from Mac Tools, little precision screwdriver sets that, not really a product test per se, but it would be nice to kind of see how, what sizes they cover and how useful is the kit, things of that nature. But I've got stuff all through here, and at some point in time, we're going to do an actual tour of my side cabinet and kind of let you guys see what I keep in my side cab, because I know people have asked about that in the past. That's the only drawer in my whole toolbox, or compartment in my whole toolbox, of which I've never really done a proper review of. So we should probably get on that. But beyond that, I think that's pretty much it. You guys may recall something that I purchased that you want to know more about. And then if you do, just leave it in the comment section. But if you guys would, let me know what tool you are most interested in knowing more about, whether it be the Ulsa tools, extractor pliers, or the Torque screwdriver, or the gear wrench, sensor sockets, the Snap-on slip joint pliers, the Capri double box and wrenches, the Top Done battery scanner, or the Francisco Boroscope, and last but not least, the Infinium 16-volt half-inch drive impact gun. Let me know what you guys are most interested in me using and kind of showing its functionality. and we'll do a video on that, and I will shout you out, whoever shares their comments first. So all right, guys, that's all I got for this particular video. This should take me out a few more days. I need to get some rest. I am on new meds, etc. because like I said before in the previous video, got some issues I got to take care of, guys. I got to be honest with you. Old Midwest tour review ain't doing so hot now. I got to get some things taken care of. So I'm going to be working on that. My wife is on my butt about everything, eating and all this other kind of stuff. So I'm trying to fly right, if you will. So hopefully you guys like this video. Leave me a comment down the bottom about, like I said, what tool you want me to review. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Midwest_tool_review. Make sure you click that like button, and guys, please subscribe. We want to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and we're nearly midway in terms of the year. We're coming up on 6,000 subscribers, I believe. I believe we're at 5,700, somewhere around about there. So I think we can make that 4,000 subscriber jump hopefully this year and get ourselves up to 10,000. That would be absolutely fantastic. So guys, help me, please. If you like any bit of the video, any bit of the content, please give it a subscribe, and that will help the algorithms and help grow my presence on YouTube. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.